Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Lions fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for our team and the entire NFC North. Rumors are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs are considering a blockbuster trade involving one of their lockdown cornerbacks, Trent McDuffie. And it's got a lot of us Lions fans wondering how this could shake up the division, and honestly, the entire conference. According to some credible sources, including Diana Rossini, the Chiefs, who finished last season with a solid 12-5 record, are looking to make some bold moves to adjust their roster, especially with the looming cap crunch after the 2025 season. They're reportedly considering trading McDuffie in exchange for multiple draft picks, specifically a first-round pick in 2026 and a second-round pick in 2027. Now, why would the Chiefs do that? Well, it's all about cap management and retooling around Patrick Mahomes. The team is in a tricky spot financially, with around $22 million in cap space heading into the offseason, and they're prioritizing their offensive line and wide receivers, especially considering they've given up an average of 21 points per game last season. McDuffie, who's entering his third season in 2025, has been a cornerstone in their secondary, and losing him would be a big hit, but it's also a strategic move. McDuffie's asking for around $25 million a year, and with his current contract, the Chiefs might see a trade as a way to get assets while managing their cap. Plus, they're looking to rebuild their weapons around Mahomes, maybe focusing more on their offense and less on a secondary that's already solid but might need some cap relief, especially after a season where they gave up some big plays. So let's talk about McDuffie himself. This guy is an absolute shutdown corner. If you've watched him play, you know he's got elite man-to-man coverage skills, and he's not afraid to get physical and fight for every inch. In 2025, he played all 17 games, racking up impressive stats, 75 tackles including 48 solo and an incredible 4 interceptions. He also had 15 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, and a PFF coverage grade of 88, 0, which is outstanding. His ability to turn passes into interceptions makes him a game changer, especially in clutch moments. His career stats include 60 games played, 10 interceptions, and 250 tackles, with 0 injuries last season, which makes him even more attractive as a reliable, durable player. Now, for us Lions fans, this isn't just about a player switching teams. It's about how this move could impact our division and our team's future. The Lions have been building a strong defense and a dynamic offense, led by Jared Goff, and adding a player like McDuffie to our secondary could be the missing piece. We already saw how our defense improved last season, with fewer big plays allowed, dropping from 32 to just 23 allowed in 2024. Imagine what McDuffie's elite instincts and coverage skills could do to amplify that progress. He projects to add around 5 more interceptions next season, which could be huge in close games. And it's not just about the stats. Think about the matchups. McDuffie's coverage ability would be a nightmare for NFC North receivers like Justin Jefferson, who torched defenses last year. His presence would force offenses to rethink their game plans, creating mismatches and giving our pass rush more time to get to the quarterback. Plus, with his ability to limit yards after catch, YAC, averaging just 3-4 yards last season, he could significantly reduce the explosive plays that have hurt us in the past. The Lions' offense, especially with Jared Goff, can capitalize on these defensive improvements, increasing our average yards per game passing from around 220 to closer to 260, similar to how Jalen Ramsey's addition boosted the Dolphins' secondary last year. Now, let's talk about the impact this trade could have on the Lions' Super Bowl odds. If McDuffie joins us, the projections show a potential jump from +9, 0 to +3, 200 in Super Bowl betting odds. That might sound like just numbers to some, but for us Lions fans, it's a sign that we're getting closer to being true contenders. McDuffie's playoff heroics, combined with his solid regular season performance, could be the boost the Lions need to push through the NFC and make a real run. His ability to neutralize top receivers like Kupp in potential matchups would be a nightmare for opposing offenses, giving us a real edge in high-stakes games. The analytics support this too, with an EPA coverage rating projected around 40. He'd be a massive upgrade in our secondary, helping to ease the pressure on our front seven and reduce the number of big plays allowed. This move would also serve as a statement from the Lions organization, showing that we're serious about competing at the highest level. Having a lockdown corner like McDuffie would allow our defense to be more aggressive, knowing we have a player who can erase the opponent's best receiver. It's a game changer, not just for this season but for the future, as it sets a standard of excellence and ambition. And while the trade itself would be costly, the potential payoff, a more dominant defense, a higher chance of playoff success, and maybe even a Super Bowl appearance, makes it worth considering. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the NFL offseason is always full of surprises. But if the Lions could land McDuffie, it would mark a new chapter for our team, one where our secondary becomes a true strength rather than a liability. It's about adding that missing piece that transforms the entire defense and makes us a nightmare for any offense in the league. And with Dan Campbell leading the charge, you know the Lions are always looking to make bold moves to get us closer to that Lombardi trophy. So, Lions fans, keep your eyes peeled. This could be one of those off-season moves that define the future of our team. A cornerback of McDuffie's caliber doesn't come along every day, especially one who's just entering his prime and has already proven he can shut down the best in the league. It's an exciting time, and I truly believe that with the right moves, the Lions are on the path to greatness. We're building something special here, and this potential trade could be the catalyst that propels us into a new era of dominance in the NFC North and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the offseason will be filled with debates, negotiations, and strategic moves. The Lions are already a team on the rise, but adding a player like McDuffie would be a clear statement that we're not just aiming to compete, we're aiming to dominate. It's about raising the bar and showing the league that Detroit is a place where champions are made. With a secondary bolstered by elite talent, a front seven hungry for sacks, and an offense that's only getting better under Goff, the possibilities are endless. We all know that football is a game of inches, and sometimes the right addition can make all the difference. McDuffie could be that game-changing piece, transforming our defense into a fortress and pushing us closer to our ultimate goal, lifting that Super Bowl trophy. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. Do you think this trade makes sense? Are you excited about the possibility of McDuffie wearing the Honolulu blue? I know I am. The future looks bright, and with the right moves, we're well on our way to making history. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see what this offseason holds for our beloved team. Keep the faith, Lions fans. The best is yet to come.